This video will show the proper way to use the hydrocarbon refrigerant recovery system, if necessary. This picture shows you the contents of the HC toolkit you will need to do hydrocarbon refrigeration repairs. Also included in the photo is the recovery system, which includes a tank with a filter pre-installed and the tank wrench, which can be ordered separately through our parts department. Each filter holds a maximum of 5.3 ounces of R-290. Replacement filters can be ordered through our parts department. The recovery process or any refrigeration-related repair should start by turning on your gas meter or leak detector. This tool is also part of the HC toolkit. This should remain on until the repair is completed. The safety placard needs to be in location where the recovery or repair is taking place. Connect your refrigeration gauges to the vacuum pump and the recovery cylinder. Then open the needle valve on the top of the recovery tank and begin to evacuate the cylinder to a minimum of 25 inches of vacuum. Close the needle valve on the recovery tank, disconnect your gauges from the vacuum pump, and connect to your nitrogen tank. Open the needle valve on the recovery tank. You will then break the vacuum in the recovery tank by adding 13 pounds of nitrogen into the tank. The next step is to remove your hose from the tank and release the nitrogen from the tank. Reconnect the vacuum pump and again evacuate recovery tank to a minimum of 25 inches of vacuum. After a minimum of 25 inches of vacuum is achieved, close the needle valve on the tank, along with the knob on your gauges, and disconnect the hoses from both the tank and the vacuum pump. You will then tap the system using piercing valves and connect your refrigeration gauges to the high and low sides of the system, and also the recovery tank as shown. Open your refrigeration gauge ports and then open the recovery tank needle valve to allow the refrigerant in the cabinet to be absorbed into the tank filter. Once the suction valve remains in vacuum, hydrocarbon charge has been recovered into the recovery tank. Close the needle valve on the recovery tank and remove the hose from the recovery tank. You will then start HC system repair by purging the system with nitrogen. After completing all necessary repairs to the refrigeration system, pull a vacuum to a minimum of 500 microns. Before opening the recovery tank to dispose of the filter cartridge, the cartridge must remain inside the recovery tank for 1 hour after the recovery process is completed. To replace the filter cartridge, open the needle valve to let the pressure equalize. Using the filter wrench, remove the top of the tank and discard the filter. Install the new filter and tighten the top. Once the repair is completed, you may turn off your gas meter. For questions, please contact True Service Department at 1-855-372-1368.